What's up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody has been having a wonderful start of their week, and possibly start of their school term? I don't know, some people started last week. I know a lot of people in England are starting this week. But hello Brugger, hello MYs, and hello Squishmallow, how goes it? I hope you've all been well. But yeah, the brain. Need to load that into gear. Yeah, today we're shiny hunting for Minccino in Pokemon Black and White. Obviously, we can't catch it. that's not something on the table with this hunt, but it's a fun hunt all the same. We're about 2,000 encounters in at the moment, which is about a quarter of odds. So, we're on pretty good pace, to be fair. I have had shorter hunts, but I've also had hunts a lot longer. So we'll have to find out how long this one ends up taking. You started this week? Hell yeah. But yeah, it's a shiny hunting stream, so I dare say we just get into it, you know? That we, what's it called? No brains, no brains. Furry's existence, Raru didn't confirm Furry's existence, Zelda. I'm sure there are, like, better... Link turns into a rabbit in Link to the Past. I'm gonna be honest, same way. So if your icebreakers, what does that one even mean? And that's not even like mentioning the Rito in the prior game. Anyway, first encounter down. Let me get my counter up on screen. It's a little bit scuffed. Like, it's a little bit leaning over to one side. I'm a little bit alarmed about it, honestly. There's every chance that, what was it called? That my brain won't work. No, that's just a general CahirLIVE moment. There's every chance that if this hunt goes over odds, I'm gonna have to adjust the counter frame. Just because, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty solid. I actually did some volunteering work at a cafe today, which was pretty nice. Like a small church cafe, which was cool. So I actually did something proper today. This isn't just a yeah, my day's been good. I did something. I did things. That's right. CahirLIVE doing things with his time. I didn't think I'd see the day either. But, I actually did. Really hope if there's, DLC for Super Mario Wonder, please don't be, please don't add Rosalina and maybe, like, Wario. Wario and Waluigi would be cool, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get another character in DLC and just more levels and stuff. Although I guess another character in DLC would make sense, wouldn't it? I guess it depends on what we get. On what the DLC is. Touching grass? Touching grass. Well, I touch grass often, actually. I do try to do, daily walks. Actually, you know, get out of the house. Because getting out of the house is important. People meme on touching grass. But that started because people need to touch grass more. That meme was started with good intention. And then the people who don't touch grass co-opted it. Despicable. Love a good bit of grass. Tasty too. Mmm, grass. Just easy to eat, you know, if you're ever hungry. If you're ever hungry and doing bad, what's it called? You can just eat some grass. One thing about school is you can't touch grass in public. What? What? Huh? Aimwise has taken the phrase touching grass very literally and thinks it means bending over and putting your hand in it. You can just lie down in a field. Then you're touching grass. And if anyone gives you shit for lying down in a field, then if people give you shit for like bending over and stroking grass, you deserve shit for it because you clearly don't get out enough. But you can just lie down. You're not turning this on me for using slightly weird language. The truth of the matter is, Aimwise, there's no excuse. You need to touch more grass. It's as simple as. This is an intervention. Frolic in a field. Have a picnic. That's the real next thing we just get to catch on. Is when people are like being terminally online, be like, go have a picnic or something. I need to make a picnic fan cam. I think that's the natural progression of nothing really. But picnics go hard. Picnics are great. I do love a good picnic. Rest in peace to Singer for Smash Mouth. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, no, that was sad to hear, honestly. Not good news to start the day on. Not at all. How far did you make it in the Auras challenge? Just past Brawly. We beat Brawly, and that's where we ended. I did some grinding off stream though. We've got a couple more team members ready, which is going to be hype. That'll be continuing on Wednesday, of course. So do make sure to tune in for that, because that'll be cool. You're playing Bloons Tower Defense 6? Hell yeah. It was free on Epic a few weeks ago. Actually, I think it was at the beginning of August it was free on Epic. Which is a while ago. Actually, what the fuck's up with that? Anyway, point is, Bloons Tower Defense was free, so I now have it. I own Bloons Tower Defense. I was gonna play it, and then I was immediately reminded of, immediately informed of the fact that you need to get to a certain level before you can, like, do online multiplayer stuff. And that was devastating, honestly. Really upsetting that was. I'll be blunt. Like, I don't get why some games put such a high barrier to entry for their online modes. Just let me play with my buddies, innit? Alright. The blue pea armor dyed green reminds you of someone. My brain's trying to think of, like, a furry green character. With, like, long green hair, but I can't think of one. I have no idea. I have no idea who you could mean. BB from Barney. Probably. Oh, green hair. Yeah, no, it's green, you know? Yeah, no, I got no idea. Who could it be? All right. You don't know, but you said it though. You know what? My memory's bad these days as well. Don't worry, Amwise. You're just getting old. Mango, hello. How goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Indeed, I agree. That's a fair point. That's a pretty good point, all things considered. I'll be honest. Wait, wobbled there. Welcome back, Squishmallow. How did changing your profile picture go? Because I feel like I already know the answer somewhat. It didn't work. Oh, understandable. Like, what was it called? It's very easy to change, like, Discord profile pictures and stuff, you know? Like, my Discord profile picture, I change that, like, every couple of months. I don't keep it as the same thing for that long. There was a while I started doing, like, full-on bits with each, like, picture, but I decided to scrap that. Just CahirLIVE now. You know how it is. Maybe I should continue doing that, because it would confuse a lot of people, actually. Quaxley, indeed. Chad Quaxley. You got to go. Fair enough, Fame-wise, so I hope you have a great rest of your day. But yeah, my mate Kite, moderator here, he kept his Discord profile, that Canon Digital Rebel XT 350D. He had that as long as I knew him. And I met him in, like, 2018. So that must have been, like, 5 years of the exact same profile picture. Until he eventually changed it. Trev X, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Yeah, we're shiny hunting for Minccino today, but not like a wild one. I want Juniper to have a shiny Minccino. We're manifesting it for her. You know how it goes. You've not changed yours for 4 years. I don't get how you have the strength to do that. You know? Wait a minute. How long have GIF PFPs been around Discord? That's how long can. When did Discord add GIFs? Maybe not. Maybe PFP? I'm trying to figure out if Mango's lying. I distracted myself. Mango said that he's not changed his profile picture in 4 years, but I feel like GIF profile pictures haven't been around that long. So I smell... I was going to say a rat, but I guess a rotten mango would be a better thing. But yeah, no, I'm doing pretty good, Trev. I hope you're doing good as well. And welcome to the stream as well, MJV. We are shiny hunting Minccino. But hers, not mine. I get nothing out of this. We just love to see a girl boss winning. But yeah, no, I swear. Ugh. Voice. I swear, Discord hasn't had GIF profile pictures for that long. I swear that was like a addition when they added Nitro. Maybe I'm incorrect. Because I feel like most people don't have GIF profile pictures these days anyway. But, when 6 years done, you can do a huge fuck you to pretty much everyone. That's fun. I hope you enjoy that. I also hope you enjoy the awkward eye contact later on when you see them in the street. Plot twist, you won't. Anyway, you found a forum post from 9th November 2018 of someone talking about having one then. Okay, cool. I'll take that with a grain of salt because it's Mango informing us of this. And obviously he's got like a horse in this race. You know, he wants one answer to be true. He needs it to be true. We've outed him as a liar. But yeah, no, I don't get how people keep their Discord profile pictures the same for so long. Mine changes often. Like, when I see the same profile picture for too long, I start getting antsy. I'm like, no, this won't do. And it's only on Discord. Like, on other profiles, like, I've had this profile picture for almost a year at this point, actually. It's almost been a year since I went green. Since I became green, which is kind of whack. Like, the YouTube profile picture, that's fine. It's also because, like, this is, like, kind of more of, like, a business thing, you know? Well, not business. It's not actually a business. But it's like, a project. We'll call it a project. Yeah. Feel like that works. So, like, I'm more inclined to keep it the same. But Discord? No. I gotta keep that shit diverse. I'll be keeping an eye out for my next one soon. You think you like your new profile picture? Hell yeah. Bleh. I finished One Piece today. Not One Piece, sorry. One Piece, the live action one, Netflix. I didn't finish, not the whole thing. Not the whole thing. Just the live action series. It was pretty good. It was a pretty damn solid series, if I do say so myself. It's weird watching, like, anime in live action, though. Because one thing I will give full marks to the One Piece live action is it feels like an anime made into live action, you know? Like, I mean this in the best way possible. It is very, like, anime. Although, I do feel like, what's it called? I feel like some of the fights that were, like, multi-episode things, yeah, it feels like some of the fights that would have been multi-episode things if it were an anime were kind of, like, a lot shorter, so I wonder how they're gonna do that. Also, if I'm correct in, what I've seen about, what's it called? The future of the show. Oh, Felix, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's been going well so far. I hope it's gone off to a good start. You thought you meant, the anime. I mean, I could have meant the manga. Seems like the GIF profile picture on Discord was a thing since the start of Nitro. Dated January 23rd, 2017. I'd swear Nitro hasn't been around since 2017. Has it? Or did they only really start bringing attention to it later on? I guess Nitro started becoming noticeable once they added server boosts and stuff, right? Like, for a long time, Nitro didn't really have many perks. It was only as, like, it went on that it actually started, That's the date of the YouTube video of them announcing it, fair. That's whack. Most people I know didn't even have Discord at that date. Greed, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. We're shiny hunting for Minccino today. And talking about Discord profile pictures. And how apparently Nitro's been around longer than I thought it had. You got it at the end of 2017. Yeah, I got mine like mid-2017. I'm gonna fact check that, actually. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure I got it like August 2017. Because I got it around the time that I, what's it called? I got it around the time that I finished... yeah, 28th of August. I got it around the time I got my, 28th of August 2017. Words, need to put them in order sometimes. I set up my Discord account more or less just around the time I got Splatoon 2. So I was like, well, I want to play Splatoon with other people online. So I got Discord then. And then I proceeded to play Splatoon for like a week. And then never picked it up again. Yeah, shooters aren't my thing. You got your account January 2023. Little baby. Your old one was about 2017. Ah, yeah, of course. You're not backpedaling at all. I don't know, surprising to see how long some people have been on Discord and how short other people have as well. It'll be interesting to see how much longer, it's nice how it shows that. It's a newer feature, I'm pretty sure. Like, that's not been a feature forever. I swear that's only been a feature they've added over the past... Okay, maybe since 2020, I'm gonna be honest. But that hasn't always been a thing, I'm sure. But yeah, it's a nice feature how it shows it. But yeah, I wonder how much longer Discord's gonna last. Because it feels like a lot of people are very dissatisfied with it as like a service. And it feels like these days they're doing less for like the community and more for trying to get you to buy Nitro and shit. Like, it feels like it's not really adding many good community features these days and more just... Nitro stuff. Like, customizable profiles is a big one. But, like, I don't know, I just wonder if, like, there's gonna be something else that pops up. I guess that's the thing with a lot of social media, though. Like, you have to wonder what social media is gonna arise next. Because it's been a while since a new social media actually emerged. You know? Like, a big one, at the least. Like... Apparently, according to ex-employees of Discord, it was terrible to work there. Oh, shit, that's not great. I mean, yeah, I don't know, it felt like a better thing when it was smaller, but it feels like now they've, like... Now they're properly trying to monetize it, you know? It feels like they're going too hard into it, and it just seems... It's like losing steam. But by the same token, it's still, like, the best of its competitors out there, despite its flaws. So, like, I wonder if we'll get anything new anytime soon. I guess Zoom kind of was. Like, not explicitly Discord 2, but it was kind of like the other Skype 2. You know? Like, Discord was like Skype 2 for young people. Zoom was Skype 2 for old people. There's one that's like mimicking Discord, but you can't remember the name of it. Exactly. I've heard like a bunch of those apps. I've heard a bunch of people recommend those apps. But it always seems to be like, oh, this is like Discord but better. You know? Like... what was it called? And, like, I never really hear about those after too long. Like, after a bit, all you tend to hear about those is, oh, I remember that thing that was mimicking Discord, and then people can't remember the name. You think it was, like, Gilded? I think that rings a bell. I guess the big issue, though, is, like, user base on it, though, you know? Like, Discord's got, like... what was it called? Most people tuning into, like, a Pokemon streamer or VTuber's stream are probably gonna have Discord if they're, like... yeah, probably gonna have Discord these days, you know? Fewer people are gonna have, like, some, like, knockoff. App attempting to be better. Does BeReal count? I feel like BeReal was, like, a phase, though, you know? BeReal was, like, an interesting concept for a social media, but I feel like it was never gonna be, like, a permanent thing, you know? Like, BeReal just was never really built to be the next big social media. It was built to be a gimmick. And it worked while it worked, but I swear I hear nothing about BeReal these days. You just use Discord for better communication. Yeah, no, because it's because everyone's on Discord. Which means if you, like, want to consistently message someone, like, Discord's probably one of the better places to go, you know? Which, again, brings up, like, the issue of how many people even have it. Which makes me wonder if, like, we're getting to an age of the internet where, like, these platforms are getting, like, billions of users. It's not just Facebook now. Which really does make me wonder how and if other platforms will rise in any way. Because even, like, TikTok was built off of Musical.ly, which was big in, like, 2015 or so. So that's, like, 8 years. It's like you still have the app, but barely actually do it. So there's a few hundred unchecked notifications. Exactly. I don't know. I never really got it because it never really appealed to me. I thought, oh, that's a quaint concept. But, like, I never really felt like doing it. But, like... what was it called? WhatsApp is your other chatting app. I've never had WhatsApp, and it's funny because, like... people always expect everybody to have WhatsApp. Like, one job I had, like, had a WhatsApp group chat. And, like, every time they'd be like, you're on the group chat, right? You're here? And I'd be like, no. I don't have WhatsApp. I need to do that if I ever get a job again. It'll be funny. That's like the designated family and old friends app for you. What was it called? That's fair. Yeah, no, I don't... Mine is text messaging. To walk home tomorrow? I mean, by the sounds of it, aim-wise, it sounds like you need the fresh air. That was brutal, I'm sorry. But with your comments about touching grass earlier... Alright. Like, I'd be interested to see what the next social media would be. And I'll be interested to see how it grows. I feel like Threads is probably the closest thing that could have had, like, another social media, like, could have been, like, a new social media. But, Threads has the distinct issue of it being absolute horseshit. Like, Threads instantly hit, like, 100 million users, right? I swear Threads had, like, a massive user base off the bat. But because it was such a dog shit app, no one used it for more than a week. I, like, checked Threads, tried to warp into my, like, social media checking spree, like, 2-3 days most, before I was like, this is awful. Like, I don't know how Threads made worse Twitter, but it managed it. It's impressive. But I guess that's how it be. The issue is as much as Twitter's falling to shit, like, everything at its core that makes Twitter Twitter is still there. It's text-based, like, format, and, what's it called? Its user base is still on it. Like, the majority of its user base is still there. Unless it manages to lose a lot of that, I feel like a lot of its user base are just willing to go down with the ship, you know? It will have to import some egregious changes to actually get that user base off. And I mean, like, more egregious than they've already done. I mean, like, the most user-hostile things you can imagine. It locks you out whenever you change your profile picture. What the hell? Oh yeah, like, you have to submit ID. But that's, like, an optional thing for, blue users. For people who pay to use it. I don't really get what that means, but... like... there's... I think people are going to go down with the Twitter ship. You got to go. Fair enough, AMYs. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And, also, hello, Rob. How goes it? I hope your week's gone well so far. Gotten off to a good start. With your holiday as well. I mean, that would be something that would make people leave. Oh, yeah, that would be, that's true. But, like, I don't think... Emily, hello as well. I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Yeah, we're doing Minccino shiny hunts today. You would take it personally, M-wise. He's scared of you after the Rainer event. Also, Rob, you should watch my new short. But yeah, if we're gonna get a new text-based app, text-based social media, it can't be a Twitter clone. It needs to be something new, it needs to have fresh ideas, and it needs to have an ability to get a big user base quickly, I think. I don't know, sometimes I think it'd be funny to just go around and try and find small social medias to make, like, accounts on, and see if I can, like, amass a following from those, you know? Like, I feel like that would be a very funny thing to do. The issue is I'm not really sure where to find those kind of social medias. Because there have got to be small startup social medias that will probably be, like, over by the end of the year. That are, like, being vaguely used, right? I need to start figuring out how to look under those rocks. Maybe... I've reinvigorated my idea now. I kind of want to do that again. It'd be funny. But yeah, yeah, we'll do. Just finished last minute grass cutting before we depart tomorrow. I thought it was Wednesday. Been packing and trying to get your neck fixed with a massage. Oh no, hopefully your neck's alright. That's not fun. I mean, if you're going abroad, you could always get a massage out there. Actually, I don't know how much those might be. I don't know, I remember once I went to Turkey and got a massage where they, like, coat you in chocolate. I'm pretty sure that was Turkey. I just remember I got covered in chocolate and massaged, which was a... which is a thing I did once. You ever say something out loud and... It was good. The issue is, though, I suck at being massaged. Because... This better not be information that's ever used against me. But I'm a bit ticklish. Will be honest. And when they get to, like, my feet are really sensitive. Don't take this out of context. Do not. I'm trusting you. So I start laughing uncontrollably, and they don't like that. Well, I'm not sure. A lot of the time they seem to, like, laugh, but I'm not sure if it's like a, this is annoying laugh, or, like, it's funny that this guy is this ticklish laugh. About an hour after, she almost snapped your neck, which is interesting. Ah, well, I don't know, I always see those videos where, like, you hear that loud click. It feels satisfying, but it feels dangerous. Running to Woking and dropping off the dog with the sitter tomorrow, and staying nearby, so we're nearer to the airport. Ah, understandable. Yeah, no, fly. There's a fly buzzing around my desk, like, been buzzing around my desk the past couple of days. It's really weird. But yeah, that's understandable. Hopefully it all goes well then. God damn, I just did not expect that. It's just a random fly flying right by my face. What was it called? It's back! What the hell? Did I catch it? No. I've gotten good at catching mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, good at catching now. I can do it. I can catch them. They're a mosquito. Whop. No mosquito anymore. Flies are a different creature. Different beast. There's also been a lot of spiders, like, around. But it's like the same type of spider, you know? Like, it's spider season. It's autumn. Oh, it's September. I think autumn's at the end of September, right? But, like, it's that time of the year where spiders start coming out all the eaves, you know, crawling out from under all the little desks and eaves and beds and whatnot. It's the spider time of year, unfortunately. But, like, there have been a bunch of a very similar type of spider popping up in my house this year. Which isn't promising, because it probably means they're, like, all siblings. Hopefully they don't reproduce with each other this year. Because inbred spiders is not a thing I want to have to deal with next year. Hot take. I don't want to have to deal with inbred spiders next year. Perfect time to hibernate. That's true, actually. Is it the large spindly ones that hang in corners of rooms? No, it's not the large spindly ones. They're kind of small, actually. Hot take, keep spiders away from the bread. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Imagine biting into, like, a nice big bit of bread and then it's just full of spiders. That would cause me at least mild discomfort, you know? If I bit into bread and it was spiders in there, I wouldn't like that, I don't think. I think that would, that doesn't sound nice. You've watched the short, you're pleased. Oh god, he's endorsing the actions of Caesar. If you want to know the actions of Caesar, make sure to watch my latest YouTube short, guys. Ha ha ha. That's what, about 6? More done. Might post another compilation video. Would recommend checking those out. The compilation videos are always good. I don't know why I said that plural. There's only one Pokédex compilation video at the moment, but I'd recommend it all the same. You're physically incapable of imagining that. Probably like an antivirus in your mind stopping you from doing that, which is good. Like there's some kind of limiter in my brain preventing me from causing trauma to myself. Yeah, exactly. It's like a mental antivirus. Also, bird update. You've not seen any birds or the cool pigeon? But you have heard what you think of crows. Interesting. The crows have eaten them. Simple as. What was it called? So there's a chance you can get a crow friend. To be fair, like, it's easy to get a crow friend from what I understand. You just have to give them shit. And they love that. You know? Like, crows adore being gifted stuff. There are a bunch of crows in my area. And I keep on wondering if I should start gifting them stuff. Maybe I could convince them to advertise my streams. Because you must have seen, like, those crows talking, right? There have been a bunch of videos recently. They might be ravens, actually. I'm not sure. I have to check the comment. You stuck on that short. Sorry, it was a minute behind. Oh, understandable. I will check that after stream. But yeah, like, they talking out, like, very, like, coarse voices, like, hola. That was another one that I enjoyed greatly, but, like, I'm pretty sure you have to, like, actively, like, mutilate a crow to make it talk English, though. I've heard it's, like, undocking their tongues or something. Which sounds painful, will be honest. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I need to approach other avenues of getting the crows to advertise my live streams. But I feel like crows advertising my streams would attract the brand of people I'd want to, you know? The thing is, you think the times you've heard the crows, you think they flew past are fair, so they're not, like, nesting in your neighborhood. There are a bunch nesting in mine. There's a video of a crow making, and I quote, makes a cool woo sound. So it's going like woo in a cool way, or it's saying makes a cool woo sound. Ganondorf Suavemente video sounds like that. I've seen those. Just like people putting like a deep voice filters on things. I mean, like, Ganondorf does this. Ganondorf does that. You're good at typing messages, you know. Yeah, no, you're great at it. You're great at it. I'm just illiterate, don't worry. My literacy skills, abysmal. I don't know how to read. I'm a Pokemon fan. Crow does do a cool woo. Whoa, that's like poetry. Mango, have you considered becoming a poet? You should. You should, I think. That would be, you should do that. You don't like poets. Interesting. I'll add that to the files. Alright. This one's animated well, and he dances and sings. Oh. That sounds wonderful. I bet Ganondorf would star in a great musical. I'm not sure if it was confirmed before, because there were rumors around, but apparently the next Joker movie is going to be a musical. And if the next Joker movie is a musical, then I'm going to have to watch the first Joker movie. Like, I never saw the original Joker, you know? I just kind of never really got around to it. But I will watch it if its sequel is a musical. The next musical is going to be a Joker movie? Maybe. I don't know when it's releasing. In fact, it's probably not going to release anytime soon. Now that I think about it. Because, you know, the strikes. Speaking of, there are going to be more. What's it called? You know, voice actors might be going on strike soon. If they don't get given a good deal. Video game voice actors, to be clear. I'm pretty sure it's just video game voice actors. But I don't know, like, we might be in for a bit of, like, a media drought in some ways. Or at least, like, a bunch of games being made without voice actors for a bit. But honestly, I could see developers standing up in solidarity with voice actors. Because developers also deserve fair pay. And, what's it called? When you're paid like a percentage of the profits of an item. Because that's not a thing at the moment. But, yeah, we could be in for like an interesting like period of media drought. We just have to hope that it comes out the end with media being better than ever, because these people are being given, you know, fair pay for their work. Guess we'll see how this unravels, though. You saw a weird insect earlier. It looks like some kind of non-flying cricket or grasshopper relative. But it was on an upstairs window. Mm. Bizarre. How did it taste? What did it taste like? I saw like a fly earlier the other day. And it had like little like ball feet, you know? It looked like a little like cartoon creature. It was very funny looking. I saw it on the floor like as I was like prepping lunch, and then later on I saw Missy trying to eat it. So naturally I stopped her from eating it and ate it myself. It was bitter. How big was it? Like thumbnail size. Like my thumb's nail. Not my thumbnail. You know? As a good cat parent should, exactly. You gotta make sure they're not ingesting anything bad by ingesting it yourself. It's just simple logic. I feel like I heard the beginning of a song. I didn't hear the beginning of a song. There was no song beginning. The music paused immediately, more or less. Horrifying. Anyway. The other good show that has graced our screens come August 21st was, of course, Fiona and Cake. And I'm going to be honest, as good as One Piece was, Fiona and Cake ends up hitting harder for me, just because I watched Adventure Time as a child. Like, a lot of people talk about how cartoons, like, grow up with their audience. Legend of Korra to Avatar is, like, a big example, because Korra was obviously advertised towards teenagers. Not speaking on its quality, it was, like, very clearly meant to, like, be for an older audience. As in, the audience of Avatar The Last Airbender, seeing as they would now be around that age. What was it called? Adventure Time was another good show, growing with its audience as it went on. Like, it started off just being, like, episodical stuff, and then it slowly kind of ended up with more of, like, not an entirely serialized format, but there was a lot of, like, serialized ongoing plot lines and stuff. But Fiona and Cake was, like, a big culmination of that, because Fiona and Cake is, like, an adult animated comedy. Like, don't start breaking out that, like, one gif of SpongeBob and Patrick on that, like, little roller coaster. But Cake says, like, fuck in, like, the first 5 seconds, you know? But more importantly than, you know, that kind of adult content is it seems to be dealing with kind of more adult ideas and themes in its story, you know? Like, generally, like, a children's show, you want to include themes like care for other people and, don't be violent and don't steal. But, this seems to be, like, actually dabbling in more adult ideas, like, Fiona's situation at the beginning, I feel like, is one that's probably relatable to, a lot of the fan base. Not saying anyone who might relate to that in particular, of just kind of being, left in a world dreaming for more, as she struggles to find her place in it. Speaking of adult content and adult ideas, you're a bit hungry, so you're gonna go make some sandwiches or something. I was wondering where you were going with that. I wouldn't have guessed. Enjoy your sandwiches. Wait! What are you putting on your sandwiches? Well, what kind of sandwich is you making? Cheese. Tofu. Oh no. No, that's next week, Felix. Maybe make grilled cheese. You should do that. Listen to your heart, Mango. I love a good sandwich. Who doesn't love a good sandwich, to be fair? Oh yeah, you've hit the difficulty curve in FE and get in Fire Emblem Engage. Hell yeah. No, yeah, it's a good chapter. It's slightly hampered when you have the DLC, but it's a good chapter. All the skirmishes now hurt you bad. Tip with that, skirmishes scale off of, I think, average level of, like, your army, but specifically Aaliyah's affects it a lot, from what I understand. So try not to have your Aaliyah be the highest level of your team. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more Fiona and Cake. Because those first couple of episodes went hard. And it was nice seeing Finn again as well. I didn't really expect it, and I was kind of worried that seeing him would be like... It would overshadow Fiona and Cake in the series. But, it's clear that Simon's meant to be like another big main character of it. I feel like Finn was kind of important to, alienate Simon a bit more in that first. I wondered who that was. You named yours. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, main character. MC. The Avatar. The Divine Dragon, as everybody calls you. He's like 7 promoted, so I would explain it. Ah, fair. I've heard that, like, I didn't really do it much in my original playthrough, but I've heard that promoting early is generally the best thing to do, because you can, like, re-promote with second seals later on, and, like, the levels just stack. So, like, a promoted level 1 grows at the same rate as, like, a level 11 level 1. But obviously they have better bases, like base stats, to, like, grow on, and better growths as well. So I've heard in general you should tend to just promote ASAP. But if you're the kind of person who's got, like, the, no, I've got to get everyone to 2020 mindset, then that's fair. I often do. It's an easy brain space to be in. Use up all your master seals, though, like getting them to 20. Ah, fair. I mean... You get, like, an infinite amount by the end, right? I think you do. But yeah, what's it's called? Alright. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying it so far. Hey to you guys, yeah, you've only got 2 chapters past where they sell 1 in the shop. Ah, understandable. I remember them being stingy with it. I was like, well, second seals are like meant to be like a big thing of this game, and yeah, I'd not got one yet, and I was kind of mad about that. Which was a shame, because I wanted to reclass Maya Leah into Wolf Knight, because I thought it'd be... Well, I thought wolves were cool. And then I found out the Wolf Knight outfit sucks ass. Not just because they have a tail, but because, like, the outfit in general is just not a good one. Like, if, like, the main clothes were cooler and it had a tail, it would still be cool. But it's not cool. Peh. I think I was on 2150. And the problem is you have no money, you spent all of it on. No, yeah, no, I remember money being another big issue in it, honestly. Which is good, I guess. It's nice to, like... Part of the, like, fun things about Fire Emblem is the money balancing, you know? Is, like, resource management. I just full-screened it. Crikey. Anyway. I wonder if we're going to get anything Fire Emblem related announced in a feasible September Direct. Like, there tends to be a Nintendo Direct in September, and the Mario Wonder one doesn't blow it out of the water, because they did one maybe last year, or it might have been last year, I'm not sure, where they did a Direct for a game focusing on the game, and then had a full Nintendo Direct later on, where they didn't focus on the game at all. Where there was no new news about the game. So, hopefully there is another Direct this month. Mostly because I'm hoping for Tears DLC. I want Tears of the Kingdom DLC, I'm going to be transparent. Metroid Prime 4, please. That too, hopefully. Not because I'm invested in it, but because I know a lot of other people are, so it'd be nice to get it just to, Like, that was announced, like, in 2017, right? I swear that was announced, like, with the first wave of Switch games, more or less. Which is wild that, like, it's gone nowhere so far. I wonder if shit like Metroid Prime 4 and, Breath of the Wild as well, maybe even Tears, is why stuff like Mario Wonder got announced the year of release in the way it did. Because they really didn't build up that much hype for Mario Wonder. They just kind of dropped it and were like, this is releasing later this year, by the way. So, like, I wonder if maybe they just learned that they shouldn't announce games at the beginning of their development cycle. Bethesda. Like, Starfield aside, which I've heard the general complaint of, other than, like, you know, people being stupid, is, why is it a Bethesda game? Boils down to more or less, why is it a Bethesda game? In fact, the general reviews I've seen of it is, it's a Bethesda game. Sometimes in a positive way, sometimes in a negative way. But anyway, I wasn't going to talk about Starfield. I don't really know much about it. I don't know if I'll end up buying it or not. What I do know is I think it's stupid that they announced Elder Scrolls 6 before they were even developing it. They were just like, yeah, we're making this, by the way, guys. And, like, 4 years later, they're like, we've started pre-production on this game we announced. That should be illegal, right? Like, that... How can you announce a game when it's barely even, like, a twinkle in your eye? Like, I feel like there must have been, like, some concepts done for it. But I feel like it's just stupid to announce a game so long before anything to do with the game is ready. Alright. The thing about, look, when you kill a story essential NPC, they don't die. Yeah, true. Same with Elder Scrolls 5. Oh, really? Huh. I mean, I guess that I wasn't really around on the internet at the time when, Skyrim was announced at all. But I didn't realize that was just common practice for them with that series. It seems like a shitty tactic. Like, I get it's pacifying the fans asking for it, because there will always be fans asking for it, but, like, telling them, yeah, this exists. Clearly that puts hope, not clearly, that puts hope in people that it'll come out at some point. Oh, sorry, that was Skyrim, you meant 6. Yeah, I'm talking about 6. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They announced it, and then they just announced it's in pre-production. that is the conversation. But what's it called? I don't know, it's just a scummy tactic I don't like. Like, again, I get it's like to pacify fans, but is it worth pacifying the fans when, like, the game hasn't even begun development yet? Just a bit silly to me. Anyway, speaking of gaming consoles, well, not gaming consoles, video game. There's been, like, some news leaking. Sorry, I missed the start of the convo. I thought you might be talking about Starfield that just came out. No, did they do that with Starfield? I mentioned Starfield a bit, but mostly I was just talking about how I think it's dumb about Elder Scrolls 6 being announced before it was in development. But yeah, there have been some Switch leaks going around. Switch 2 leaks, sorry. Like, it might have a camera. The Switch Eye, perhaps. The iSwitch. They're partnering with Apple. But, apparently, Final Fantasy VII's remaster might be... what's it called? Might be a launch title for the next Nintendo console, which would be interesting. People are saying it's got, like, PS5 levels of graphics, but, I don't know, I'm still expecting it to have more, like, last-gen specs, because that's what kind of Nintendo's done, mostly. But the thing with last-gen specs is last-gen specs were pretty damn solid anyway, so... I'm interested to see what'll be brought to the table with it. Yeah, it would be. Hopefully it doesn't run like the first game on PS4. Fair. Did it not run well then? I know. It was more or less paired with the person saying it ran really well. So I think it does. I think it is going to run well. I mean, I guess maybe it's a bit bold to say that. But by the sounds of it, it might run well. But, I think I mentioned this last stream a bit. But apparently, it might be backwards compatible as well, which is nice. It was like 1 minute loading times. Ugh. Hopefully not then, eh? That sounds foul. Honestly, next year might be a good time to, release a new console like that, though. Just because, I feel like a lot of big games are still being developed for the PlayStation 4 and, yeah, for the PlayStation 4 and stuff. Just because not enough people have PS5s yet, from what I understand. I mean, maybe I'm, like, a little bit behind on the news there. But, it feels like there are still a lot of games being made for the PS4 as well as 5. Which means that maybe it might not be too much effort for people to make games for whatever the new console is as well, which would be good. Would be nice to see more third-party, big, proper games arriving to a Nintendo console. Because it feels like we just kind of get... Nintendo just kind of gets sloppy seconds, really. Remasters of games released half a decade ago and whatnot. Oh, sorry, remasters. Like having Skyrim on it when it launched. Who knows, maybe Genshin Impact will arrive on it as well. A long overdue promise. I just hope it means there's less cloud service games on Switch, because I'm never getting a fucking cloud service game. I hate that idea so much, paying for a game I don't even own. Because, like, there's no guarantee those servers are going to be up forever. Although I feel like that's a conversation done to death at this point. Especially with Stadia coming and going. It started that game and stopped before it ever made it to Switch. I was in Genshin? I mean, I just wonder if it was an overzealous claim. Like, Genshin is a big game. Like, it's impressive they got it running on mobile. But yeah, who knows? Maybe the it'll launch on the sequel console. Would be cool, IMO. But I guess we'll find out, eh? Sorry, I'm a bit tired today. Alright. Now realizing one of my talking points is a bit old. But, I might still talk about it anyway. Because it was like last week, sometime, a bunch of people on Twitter were, talking about Last Jedi again. I guess the conversation pretty quickly switched over to Ahsoka when it released. Which I feel like, I've not really heard much good about that. Like, I don't have Disney Plus, so I've never really been watching these shows as they come out. It's been a shame to kind of watch, like, Star Wars get off to such a good start with live-action shows. And then immediately kind of, like, tank itself. Because Mandalorian and Clone Wars, the final season of the Clone Wars was so good. But then, like, it seems as of late, Star Wars content's just been getting worse and worse on the platform. But again, that's more from like what I hear from other people. It feels like a lot of people are dissatisfied with it. And I mean, I'm going to assume that's for good reason. It's just a shame to see, like, such a beloved IP get slandered so. But it feels like that's a very, like, typical thing to happen these days, I guess. It's just Star Wars is probably one of the bigger ones. You saw people complaining about how Lady got shanked from a lightsaber and survived, even though they wouldn't, like, quite, like, Qui-Gon. To be fair, that happened, like, 7 times in Kenobi as well. And, like, Darth Maul survived that encounter. Like, I get why people are complaining about it in modern shows, but Darth Maul, who got cut in half, lived. I think Qui-Gon just didn't have enough will to live. I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy. I just think that guy wanted out. Like, at this point, I think we've got to accept. Qui-Gon, he didn't want to live. He just saw his opportunity and took it. Because people in Star Wars, they take a fucking beating. And walk out the other side of it. It's just a him issue at this point. But yeah, was that Star Wars or was that Snyder's new thing? Because I heard that's basically a Star Wars ripoff. Because they've got, like, fake lightsabers. But yeah, my overall point was, people were ragging on Last Jedi again. And someone, claimed that Last Jedi killing Snoke kind of forced their hand to bring back Palpatine. And a lot of people disagreed with that. Which I also disagree with. I think that's a fundamentally foolish claim. But it was in Ahsoka, apparently. Don't know, you haven't watched it. Yeah, no, same, more or less. I just wasn't sure because I'd seen it had, the Snyder movie was also very lightsaber-based. But I don't know, I feel like Last Jedi would be much better, like... Last Jedi would be remembered a lot better, a lot more fondly, if Star Wars, if that trilogy had stuck the landing. I feel like if Rise of Skywalker was even a half-decent film, Last Jedi would be remembered better. But Rise of Skywalker being such a bad film, retroactively I think made The Last Jedi worse, just in association and the fact that so many of its beats and threads and ideas immediately got dropped in the next film. And, like, meant The Force Awakens, which was all in all a passable film, kind of flop in a lot of people's eyes as well. Like, I'd be interested to see if the sequel trilogy would have been remembered as better than the original, not better than the original, better than the sequels, if Rise had, like, actually ended well. Although, to be fair, I feel like a lot of appreciation for the sequels these days is less because of the quality of the sequels, and more because, like, a lot of the people leading on discussion online these days are people who were raised with the sequels and original trilogy. You know? And Clone Wars as well, to be fair. I feel like Clone Wars, as a series, retroactively made the sequels better. Just because it gave a lot more depth to a lot of the characters in the sequels. So I feel like a mix between that and nostalgia means that they're, like, remembered well. I'd be interested to see if, how the sequel trilogy is remembered down the line. But I guess that really depends on a lot of things. I kind of vagued my way out of that sentence, huh? No, like, I was just thinking about the fact that there's a lot of supplementary content for Star Wars now. A lot more than there was before, because Disney, see the cow and they're milking it. Like, I'll be interested to see if, in the same way that the Clone Wars made the sequels better... I keep saying sequels. I mean prequels. I mean prequels. I've been saying sequels a bunch. I meant prequels. Clone Wars made the prequels better. But I wonder if in the same way the Clone Wars made the prequels better, if the new media that's coming out around Star Wars is going to make people have less of a fond memory of the sequel trilogy, just because it's going to be lumped in with this big, oh, ever since Disney bought it idea, you know? Which I'm not entirely going to slate at this point. They probably should get some quality control on their stuff, though, as everyone seems to hate all the movies and stuff. Exactly, it feels like they're just pumping it out because they've got the brand at this point. Like, I feel like Disney could have just bought Star Wars as a brand. I just made merch and shit off it. And the franchise would have remained, like, fond in the memory. In fact, they could have bought Star Wars, made merch, and made a bunch of animated series, like Rebels, which actually... Rebels was solid. I remember enjoying Rebels. I never got to the end of Rebels, but I enjoyed it. If they kept on doing stuff like that, I feel like they could have just kept chugging along with Star Wars as, like, a passive thing. But they really wanted the big bucks out of it with the sequels, and they were always going to do that, which is a shame. Like, I'm interested to see as we continue into the coming decade, because we're still, like, in the first... We're still in the first third of the 2020s, guys. We're only almost halfway through the 2020s. Anyway, I'll be interested to see, as this decade continues, if we kind of get tired, if we get... People are always talking about superhero fatigue, but I think we might get IP fatigue. Like, if anything comes out of the, if anything good comes out of the writer's strike, and I hope a lot of good things come out of the writer's strike, to be clear. Obviously, the writers and actors deserve fair recompense for their work. But I hope if anything good comes out of it, it's that we start taking a step back from just, oh, look at this, it's connected to brand. Isn't this cool and connected to brand? Because it feels like lately we've had less and less good original movies. Like, just overall, quality of original movies has gone down. Like, a lot. Sorry, no, not quality, quantity. Quantity of original movies has gone down a lot, like, as of late, which is a shame because it means that, like, kids these days aren't getting any new things to be like, ooh, at, you know? It feels like the only people making, like, original IPs at this point are, like, animation studios. And even those are often relying on pre-existing IPs. Like, Pixar are making, like, new Toy Stories and shit. And, like, as good as Puss in Boots is, it's connected to Shrek. You know? Like, so many of, like, the best films over the past, like, 5 years or so are connected to a pre-existing brand, you know? Barbie is obvious, Spider-Verse, both of them, obvious, Puss in Boots connected to Shrek. Knives Out was good, and I'm pretty sure that stands on its own. But, like, that and Oppenheimer are the main two ones I can even name. Or Inside Out. I mean, that kind of falls under Animation Studio and Pixar. It is in the last decade, so you're right in that much. Did I say 5 years or did I say decade? I can't actually remember now. But now they're making a sequel to Inside Out. Which is clearly just because the first one did well, you know? Like, it feels like... I feel like part of what's been killing cinema It hasn't, because cinema is clearly making a comeback as of late. Like, cinema is clearly not gone. But I feel like an issue with, like, cinema movies, I mean, specifically, like, I'm not talking about cinema in, like, the, like, film student pretense. I'm talking about it in, like, the going to the cinema to watch a movie sense. It feels like a lot, of movies released in the cinema these days have to be connected to a previous brand. And that's why I'd almost say Knives Out doesn't count, because it was on Netflix. It wasn't in the cinema, you know? Like, I'd like to see more movies born just off the backs of nothing. Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's another great one. I can't believe I forgot that one. But it's always stuff like that that does the best. Like the Oscars and with fan reception as well. It's clear that audiences want to see more original stuff. But because those are what, like, stick in public consciousness as, like, good media. Because while, like, stuff connected to IPs rakes in the big bucks, it's just, like, often its staying power in the public consciousness just either isn't good or is negative. Or is exclusively connected to the fact that they keep on churning a new one out every fucking year. Twice a year. Because, like, Marvel stays in the conversation because there's always a new Marvel movie. And even now, that's fading out of the conversation. Like, I'm interested to see how this new Marvel's film goes, because I don't think it's going to be well. Like, audiences have shown... Have they? I don't want to jump the gun, actually. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've not shown an interest in any IP introduced after Infinity War. Like, in any new Marvel IP, to be clear. What new Marvel film? The Marvels. Isn't it just safer, though, than making something new? It's safer, but it's more boring. I feel like that's, like, the defining issue of the 2020s, is everyone's chasing money instead of trying to make anything that stands out. And I feel like that's shown in the fact that the things that stand out are the things that were made out of passion, rather than the bottom line. And to be fair, this is an issue that's been going on a while. Well, I didn't know that was a thing. Exactly. Mango, welcome back from making and eating the cheese. I hope it was good cheese. I hope you had a good time. But yeah, new Marvel movie with Captain Marvel in it. And I'm interested to see how it's going to do, because I feel like... Will it? You didn't have Gouda cheese. Sorry to hear that, man. My condolences. Wait, never mind, you did, because of an actor. But that was a while ago and you forgot. I feel like forgetting's as good as not knowing in the first place with that kind of thing, though. Because if you don't, even if you forget it, you don't know about it by the time it releases, right? But yeah, like, Movies. End of TED Talk. TED Talk. Alright. 2210. That's almost 200 encounters this stream. That's pretty solid. Yeah, no, as I said before, I think after the DLC releases, I'll take like a week or two break and shiny hunt other things for a bit. That seems like a solid plan to me, because it feels like the only shinies I'm getting these days are in fucking raid streams, and not even the Dynamax Adventures ones. Alex, hello, how goes it? I hope your week has gotten off to a good start. You wrote 3 whole pages today and you're dead. Hell yeah, congrats. Yeah, we are shiny hunting for Minccino again. Why is Alex blue? What? Have you just highlighted her messages? Apparently the luck of shinies of those raid streams is correct. It is. Name color in chat. Like on the chat box or in the chat. Like on my stream or in the chat, in chat. That's bizarre. Sounds like a you problem, Mango, gonna be honest. Gonna keep it 100% with you, bud. No! Why are you so big? What the fuck is that? Go away. Don't go towards my wardrobe. What do I do about that? I have an empty glass. Can I deal with that, or is it like too far gone? There's a massive spider in my room right now, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to deal with this, like, emotionally or physically. It's, like, past the acceptable size. It's like a house spider. It is that time of year. Wander out into the middle of the floor, and then I'm gonna go and get you. It's sticking close to the walls. It knows I'm here. Mothman. I wish it were Mothman. I would be 100% happy with Mothman in my room. It's out of sight. It's out of sight, out of mind. Time to move house? Not quite. They can't. It's that time of year. It's the house spider time of year, you know? It's just unacceptable that it's in my room. I hate that. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. That was disgusting. It was just like in the middle of the floor, just standing there. And then the moment I started yelling at it, it just ran to the corner. And now I can't see it anymore. Which is concerning. I don't even have arachnophobia. Like, normally, spiders, I'm chill with them. But there is a size limit to spiders. Okay, what if that's a fan? The spider... The spider. Not sure about that. You should probably deal with it, though. It's not that big, you know? It, like... The house spiders don't bite. I just don't like them. You know? Like, I'm not leaving it because I'm scared of it. I'm leaving it because I can't see it at the moment. I'll get rid of it at some point, but right now, it's somewhere in my room. It is not the boss of me, it's not the boss of my room. It can stay now, I guess. I'd rather it didn't. But as long as it doesn't, like, crawl on me. That wouldn't be nice, actually. I don't like that idea. What about it being the boss of a corner? No. Every corner of my room is mine. Except the wardrobe. That's not mine. I think that's a mouse's. Well, it's not a mouse's, actually. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it on 50%. The wardrobe is not a mouse's. Because if there's a mouse in that wardrobe, it is dead. Mint Tiger is scared of spider. I'm not scared of it. I'm not afraid of it. I just... No. Why shouldn't I have to be green? Nothing against green, but that's not you. Wait. Why has everybody got colours in chat? That's bizarre. You see, every name is great, same. I guess we're just colorblind. It's how it is, you know. Gonna open my stream in Google. Just to see if I can see the colored names. I can't! They're not even colored here! Oh. Just looking for the screenshot. It's still grey and peaceful here. Ah, fair. Has Mango posted a... in art? That's bizarre. I mean, yes, it's in the art channel in the Discord. Not sure it classifies as art. Missy! Hey, how are you? Can you kill a spider? She can't. I have zero faith in that cat. Earlier I noticed she'd, like, been drinking for a while. I looked at her. She was sleeping. She fell asleep while drinking water. The cat was drinking water and she dozed off while doing it. That thing isn't catching a spider. I do not believe in the cat. I don't think the protein would be good for her kidneys anyway. On a similar note, you don't have the big emoji anymore. What the fuck? It was there a moment ago. Someone was literally just sending hearts. Like, not even that long ago, someone was sending hearts in chat. And now it's gone. That's bizarre. swear YouTube tries to roll out the color thing every, like, 1 or 2 months? Someone comments on it, and I'm like, oh, that's weird, and then it goes, there are huts! Someone still got access. I don't know who. But we gotta find him. We know it's not Felix. I have 2 bets. Mango or Rob. $100 points? I find it funny that it's you. This was a wild card. This was entirely out of left field. Who could have guessed? Oh, it's Brugger. Who do I believe? Phone. Oh, that makes sense. Hey, Missy, go and get the spider. Don't just leave. Kill the spider in the room. I don't know where it is. She's on the bed. She's gonna fall asleep. You think it's both of us. Also phone. Ah, understandable. I didn't know you were a mobile viewer, Kite. Cat is EP. She's always EP. As I said, she fell asleep drinking water like 2 hours ago. Like a bizarre little creature. There's a fly on my screen again. You're on phone too, how do you heart? I don't know how you do it on mobile. But, you can. Little emoji in the bottom right of chat. Oh, it appears that way on desktop as well, but it's gone at the moment. It's just not there. You stopped. You were on your PC, and you swapped your phone. Ah, fair. So it's now just a phone thing again? Like, it started off as just a phone thing. Then it became a PC thing as well, and now it's not on PC anymore? Close enough, Alex. Like. Now it's an echo, indeed. It's a shame. I was literally just thinking the other day, I wonder if there's like a thing I can... like a plugin that I could use to like make it appear on stream. But now they might be removing it? I still need to see if it's a plugin I can get on stream, though, to be fair. I doubt they're removing it. I'm going to be honest. I doubt it's being removed. It'll be back next stream. Mark my words. It'll be back. It's never gone for long. You try your best, and that's all we can ask for. Why is Alex green on stream chat? Because stream chat and YouTube chat are different creatures. I don't know why. You're orange. Felix is also orange, but a slightly different shade of orange. Yeah, most of you are orange. Can it be Baja Blast on stream chat? I don't control any of this. This is not my area of expertise. Nor do I think I have any expertise over this area to begin with, honestly. About Pipeline Punch then. Are these even colors? These are just words. Typical of Susan to be picking colours for us. The issue is that she isn't. Susan stepped out. Susan is not the CEO of YouTube anymore. Their energy drink tastes. Ah. You see, I have no area of expertise in that. I don't think I've ever tried an energy drink. She still picks colours. Ah, fair. Green and orange being the exact opposite of pink and blue. YouTube doesn't like you. Oh no. You started waking up at 5. Why? Maybe I'm just too, night owl pilled. Which 5? You should try specifically not to see a dumb rat you can't catch, though. The Minccino? It's like 2k encounters. This is early. I assumed as much. Yeah, no, my Y comment still stands, I guess. That is so early. To be fair, though, I used to wake up, like, early for school to watch the new Dan TDM. To watch the new Dan TDM video in the mornings. Sunk cost. And Alex never shiny hunt. You'd be bad at it. You're back. Welcome back, Amewise. Amewise is purple. How's Little Hamster Hunt going? It's going. We are continuing it. Minccino is a rat, you will eat the rat. I mean, like, you can. I won't stop you. Or you could just get KFC and eat the rat anyway. Mango has the innate ability to see people's colours. Chat colours. Wait, is Amewise purple in, like, stream chat and on YouTube chat? A Dan TDM video about Herobrine is what made you get into Minecraft. I can't remember what Dan TDM... No, wait, I think I do remember. I think the first Dan TDM video I watched was one to do with space and had, like, a cat with a space helmet on. It's like euthanasia! She's on the job. I just saw Missy follow the spider. Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Do your job for once. Mice, never bring that into my room. That spider, kill it. She was chasing it. Oh my god, I've never been prouder of her. Mostly because she's genuinely not that useful. I saw it crossing the floor and I was like, shit, but then she followed it. My knight in shining armor. When did all of you start playing Minecraft? I think it was like 2012. I started playing in the update they added jungles and cats. Dante DM Squid and Stampy with 3 OGs of Minecraft on YouTube. I mean, there were others, but we probably shouldn't bring them up. There were other early Minecraft YouTubers. But, they did, start a specific stereotype, let's say, about Minecraft YouTubers. In fact, the one I'm talking about didn't have anything to do with the stereotype specifically. But he wasn't a good person all the same. Wait, which stereotype? Do a better job at getting that thing. Like... She keeps, like, bapping it. The issue is she's playing with it. She's lost track of it. Missy, it's above you. It's on the curtain. Missy. 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 It's on the curtain, Missy. Missy. Missy, it's on the curtain. Missy. Missy, please. Missy. 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 Hey, psst, 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 psst. Missy. 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 Psst, psst, psst. Missy. 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 Missy, look. Missy. Hey, 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 hey. Come over here. Hey. Missy, no, not up there. Fuck. Urgent business. Look, do you see it? You see it? Get it. Get it, get it, get it. Stop struggling and get the spider. There's a spider. Hey. Look at it. Look at the spider. Do you see it? Do you want to get it? Kill this. She just doesn't like being held. It's going towards the computer. I need to get this thing to hook up. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh, it's there, it's there. It blended into my curtain. What the fuck? Is it in? Oh, it is! Oh, I got it! Oh, that's horrible! Oh. Where can I leave this out of the cat's reach? I hope you're enjoying hearing me narrate spider troubles. I'll leave it there on my cupboards. God damn. Did the music stop halfway through that, or is this just Minecraft playing now? No, it's just quiet, okay. Oh, that was an event. She was not having it. She was staring at it. She was staring at it, but she just disliked being held more than the idea of getting the spider. Cahir having a McConnell moment. Who is that? Oh my god. Tell me how to do my job. Get that thing out of my job. She did not. She did not know her job. You killed the spider. I didn't kill the spider. The spider's still alive. The politician that froze like twice. Oh! I just wanted to get the spider. It's still alive. I want to be clear. It's just in a cup right now. It is trapped in a cup. Honestly, like, very close to my head. If that spider's strong enough to break glass, like, my head's probably one of the first things it'll latch onto. It was funny because Missy entirely lost track of the spider because it was on my curtain. My curtain is like... It's like very dark grey, but it's kind of like a bit ribbed with like other shades of grey. All like very dark grey. The spider managed to blend into it. Head spiders are threatening they are. Common glass W indeed. Who command the spiders to break the glass and give me a kiss. No. Please don't do that. I can think of multiple things I'd rather kiss than a spider. Let out, maybe it'd evolve like a Slow King. I don't want to fuse with a spider. Aim-wise, why are you doing flushed emojis at that? What? What? What is sexual? What is weird about me saying I would rather kiss not spiders? I feel like that is a normal phrase. Did you capture it? It is captured. It's in a glass on my drawers. Maybe I should have kept it on the desk so I could stare at it for the rest of the stream. Then it would have to watch the rest of the CahirLIVE live stream, which would be fun. Can you hear Cahir the spider preaching with the poison on its lips to get out of there? Is to promise her a little kiss. It's not doing that at all. Cahir farming viewers with hundreds of captive spiders. I'm just imagining, like, you know, like, those, like, what's it called? Brainwashing machines in movies. Like, when they have, like, the things that hold the eyes open. I'm imagining 8 of those. Cahir can't read. This isn't new news. Reading, never been able to read. It's not a talent of mine. We'll just slide a bit of paper under the glass. Oh, no, no, no. There's already a thing under the glass. I just, haven't done anything with it yet. Like, the best place to put it outside right now, without derailing the stream for the next 5 minutes, and, like, I didn't mute myself during that segment as well, so I'd have to sit down and mute myself. So I figured I might as well sit down and end the stream by doing the rest of the stream, then get rid of it. Maybe it will have escaped within that time. I hope not. You're being so poetic with the spider preaching. Imagine if he takes a sip from the, wrong glass. It's upside down. I would be impressed if I managed that. I'd be impressed if I managed to take a glass from, like, up on my drawers behind me and take a drink from it instead of the bottle to my left. The spider's actually also to my left, to be fair. It's just to left behind, the bottle's left in front of. It did sound quite different from far away. That's probably the echoes, right? Like, being further away, there was probably, like, more... My voice was probably reverberating in different ways throughout my room. I don't know, we'll see if I clip that in the end. I might. That might be a funny thing to clip, to be fair. Cahir deals with a spider. We can't stop you from clipping it? I mean, technically you could. Like, you know where I live. You could, like, come round here and, like, beat me to death with a frying pan or something. Sad you missed it, was putting the puppy to bed. Yeah, no, that is quite the shame that you missed it. It was quite the event. Thankfully, you could always just rewind the stream. But then again, that wouldn't have the same energy as being there live and uncertain with what was happening next. I bet that was like a radio drama for you guys. What if there's another one in here? Like it's House Spider season. You know? To be fair, the cat found the only one, found that one pretty quick. Unless that wasn't the same one that I saw earlier. I should stop fear-mongering myself. I should stop worrying myself specifically. I'm the only one suffering from this exchange with myself about the idea that there might be another spider. The spiders are under my skin. Take it off. I just feel like the save file will be erased due to corruption or damage. It took us a whole 2 hours to get to this point. That's crazy. Anyway, I don't think that's a recommendable idea, Kite. I can take your skin off though if you want. Alright. Oh no, I've not had a chance yet. I'll see if I get time. I'll let you know if I do. Also, I meant to message you, but feel free to send it in the self-promo channels in the Discord. Art, self-promo, I don't mind. The equivalent of phasing at this point. It kind of is. Not like really, because I feel like there's a lot higher of a chance of that happening. But it's like spiritually phasing, you know? It's like, how many of those screens will I get before the shiny? Innit? Alright. I'm sure if it would fit in though, like if anyone there would really be interested. I mean, they are my fans, not yours. I mean, like, yeah, but I mean, at day's end, it's up to you if you want to post it or not. It's just you were asking if it was okay or not, so I'm saying, yeah. No publicity is bad publicity. That is kind of true, to be fair. Official like EDP, no. Twice? A second time? You don't know who that is? I guess his bad publicity isn't good enough then, Kite. Popular internet personality a few years back got caught trying to meet up with, like, a child, a young girl, and then a few days ago got caught doing it again. Like, you have to hope in these situations that it's just both the times he's tried it, he's got caught. Was it the same guy who sent a picture of his turd to her as well? What? I'm not sure I'm mentally ready enough for this conversation, actually. Just went through a whole bunch of, TikTok-style trauma. Getting that spider. I hold a fear in my gut that I'm gonna look in that glass and it's gonna be gone after stream. Quote, just dropped a mean-ass shit, picture of a log. Anyway, how about this shiny? Yeah, no, it's a cool one. It's yep, we are well on the way. 2.2 encounters in. That's over a quarter of odds. That's pretty good, you know. That's yep. All right. I'm gonna take a drink. A spiderless drink. Drink with added no spiders. Your bag broke, so you're using a new one? Oh no. What's it called? I hope that wasn't a new one. I remember I got like a new bag and it broke within like 2 weeks of me starting school, which was devastating. Just wasn't a good bag. I also remember, you got to be up for school tomorrow, so bye, goodbye, Brugger. I hope you have a great night. No, it lasted for 3 years. Okay, cool, that's good. Your cup is brimming full of spiders. Imagine drinking a cup of spiders, though, like, especially if it was, like, the little ones, you know? Like, you go glug, 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 and then they'd all, like, crawl down your throat. Like, it wouldn't be, like, a nice, fresh stream going down your throat. You'd feel their, like, legs tickling you on the way down, you know? Like, I feel like that would be a very unpleasant experience, you know? I feel like that would be horrible. Like, you like, do it, and they wouldn't, like, just shuffle straight down your throat, I don't think. They'd, like, kind of crawl all around your mouth as well. You'd feel them on, like, your tongue and your, like, cheeks. If you ever get, like, a bit of meat caught between your teeth, imagine if it was a spider instead. You should try it out so we know what it's like. No. Yeah, and imagine if they're crawling back up your throat after you swallow. Man, this chat is fucking lovely today. I remember once I was talking about spraying deodorant in my mouth on stream, and like I pretended to do it at the end of stream. I didn't. I just sprayed the deodorant next to my mouth to act like I did, but I faked it. I'm not even faking the spider glass, though. That's... no. Can we advance, or what? I think you should be obligated to do it now. Only if you join me. We both have to drink the spider cups. Well, Kite, if that's even your name, what do you want to talk about? Fun fact, sometimes when you get sleep paralysis with eyes open, you see like a clutch of spiders in the corner, and you get up ready to run with severe tachycardia. I gotta look something up quickly. Oh, no. I mean... sleep paralysis, innit? I don't know, I haven't had sleep paralysis in a while, to be fair. But whenever I get it, like, my eyes are always closed. I just get, like, the terror of not being able to move my body. And, like, no matter how many times I think, okay, it's sleep paralysis. I know what this is. Don't react like it next time. I always kind of get really, like, I can't move. Why can't I move? You know? I always get so determined to move in that state, it's bizarre. That short would get good views. But would they be good enough, Felix? Would it be worth it enough? If I could... That's actually a good question. If I drunk a cup of spiders, if that were guaranteed to get me, like, a career in streaming, would I do it? Yeah, you usually sleep on your belly, so when you get it, you have your whole ass face on the pillow and can't breathe. Oh, that doesn't sound fun at all. I don't know, I just got irritated by, like, the, Depends, because the new fans would probably expect you to do things like that often. That's a good point. No, you got to keep mispronouncing Arceus for the views. That's a good... That's fair. You make a great point, Kite. Honestly, the funniest thing about that video is I pronounce Arceus correctly at the end because I didn't like how I pronounced the end of the video initially. Like, not how I pronounced. I didn't like how I acted at the end of the video initially because I was like, it's one of Arceus' thousands of orbs. Like, I was looking around really weirdly. And it annoyed me, so I re-recorded it the next day, but I forgot to keep the bit up, which means at the end of the video I pronounce it Arceus. Which makes it funnier when people correct me. Because it's like, clearly I know how to pronounce it. You're so used to saying fans. That's fair. Whenever I see the word fans, I think of, like, blowing fan, I guess. I feel like stan has become a much more common term to use, like, someone being a fan of someone. Even though stan generally means much more of, like, an obsessive interest. Yeah, stans are, like, super fans. I feel like it's kind of got diluted a bit over time. You're a Cahir stan. No stans allowed. Actually, Felix, incorrect. My face isn't your Twitter profile picture. You can't be a stan. That's the truth of the matter. If your Twitter profile picture isn't a picture of their face with, like, those little, like, hearts around it, you know? You're not a real stan. It's just the truth of it, isn't it? Stan is Stalker fan combined because the people in the K-pop fandom are sick. I thought it came from that one Pitbull? Taylor Swift? One or the other. Can I say that with 100% certainty? We'll let you quieten down. I mean, you don't follow me on Twitter, so I don't actually know. So you raise a good point. Your profile picture might be my face. Oh, I can't check Felix's info because I have streamer mode enabled. Do you mean Eminem? Yeah. I said Pitbull and Taylor Swift. And I wasn't right with either of them. I mean, to be fair, Eminem is kind of like if you took Taylor Swift and Pitbull and merged them into one person. Also, if they were nothing like that at all. I mean, it feels so empty without them. K-pop stans? Also, Cahir, I'd be scared shitless if someone had your face in their account since you use a V-avatar. I mean, I meant my model. You know, I meant, like, my VTuber face. Eminem song lyrics. Never mind. Oh, understandable. Sorry, I listened to him. Which makes my point worse, I guess. We're getting so many AI ads. Ew. Say not interested. Show YouTube you do not care. Maybe I should take a picture of the spider to add to the short at the end. The shame is I never got that picture of it standing in the middle of my floor. Because that was a menacing sight out the corner of my eye, you know? Sorry, I'll stop talking about the spider. I'm just saying though, I've watched enough TikTok videos to know I got trauma from that. Alright. This song is made by AI. Yeah, no, that sucks. That's the plot of Carol and Tuesday, though, isn't it? I don't know if you guys have seen that, but, like... Carol and Tuesday kind of went hard, and now I think back on it, like, it's kind of topical as well. Like, Carol and Tuesday, it's on Netflix. It's a 24-episode anime on Netflix. It kind of manages to, like... make a very, like, relevant discussion today. You make it a point to dislike as many YouTube ads as you can until you get tired. That's fair. That's fair. Right, one last one before you go to bed. The next one after you read This Is Shiny, you'll... I don't know, you decide you're sleepy. That's fair. It's not. Crazy that. But get good rest, Alex. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Great sleep. Like, bro, think about what happened with Ultron in the Avengers saga. I feel like AI's got a long way to go before it's there. If anything, AI in its current form has shown me that there's not going to be an AI apocalypse. That's just not going to be a thing. Because AI is just like a glorified parrot that a bunch of tech bros are convinced is so much smarter than it actually is. And, like, it'll probably advance to, like, a better point one day. But I feel like we're going to be stuck with the parrot for a while. Like, it's clearly made, like, a lot of people scared. I think it's entirely unjustified fear. But, like, seeing AI in action has done the opposite for me. I am, like, there was a point I was like, maybe. There might be a time when something like that happens, but at this point, no way. I mean, the fucking Library of Babel is smart by these guys' standards, exactly. When something can pass the Turing test naturally, then we have to take their permission to die. Then we have their permission to die. What's the criteria of the Turing test again? I'm gonna look it up. Turing test. Is there like a Spark Notes? Like a 2-line thing? Is it literally just a human has to try to guess if it's talking to a machine or a human? Because I feel like if you choose the wrong person... Apparently, to pass a well-designed Turing test, the machine must use natural language, reason, have knowledge, and learn. Oh, okay, cool. I feel like a lot of tech bros would claim that it does that at this point. The creator of ChatGPT is prepared in case it goes rogue. I don't think ChatGPT is going rogue, though. I'm going to be real. Like, if AI goes rogue, it's not going to be ChatGPT, unless it's ChatGPT, like, 42, in which they entirely uproot everything ChatGPT is built upon and make a whole new thing. And yeah, test person should be able to tell if it's human or a computer. Again, I feel like you could probably pick some tech bros and they wouldn't be able to tell. But I feel like that's more on them. I don't know, like, I'm very unafraid of AI at this point. Like, again, maybe there will come a day when it gets to, like, that point, but but they're wrong, because someone has to code for every possibility eventuality. That's really fucking hard. Exactly, which means it can't just be, like, a programs for every thing or eventuality. It's gotta be, like, if you want to make a sentient AI, you can't program every, like, else if, you know? There's gotta be a broader way of doing that, of giving a computer the power to do that. Like, I don't think it's gonna be done with basic machine code, you know? Plus, that varies wildly from person to person, right? Exactly. Like, I don't know. I think one day, maybe there will be a point where AI could be sentient. But I feel like that's not going to be a while. Because think about how long it took nature to make us sentient. You know? Think about how long it took nature to make, like, the first animals capable of, like, any higher brain power. That took billions of years. Let's say we do that in 1% of the time. That's still 100,000 years. No, it isn't. That's still 100 million years? I mean, yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, even if it took, like, 1%, you know? Nature literally just throws shit at the wall, exactly. So, in a situation where we're not throwing shit at the wall, I think it would still take us a long time to make it, you know? Even with technology advancing in the way it is, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see sentient AI in my lifetime. I'd rather live a life where I don't have to see sentient AI, I'll be honest. But I don't believe I would anyway. The way AI functions right now, I think it's entirely on the wrong track if you want to make something sentient, I'll be honest. And I'd say there's arguments as to if we should or shouldn't gone for sentience in AI to begin with. But in general, I don't think an AI would necessarily go straight for, we should kill everyone. Like, yeah. I reckon we're closer than you think, just due to sheer progress we've made in general technology research in, like, the last 100 years. I mean, that's a fair point, but you have to wonder, like, I don't know, I just don't buy us being as close as we think, you know? Because, like, while we've made good technologies at the moment, I feel like there's still, like, a lot more to do technology-wise, and we seem to have very much plateaued. You know? In general technologies, I feel like we've come to a bit of a slower gear turn. Well, it depends on what you define life as. I mean, I wouldn't define it as life, I'd define it as sentience. I feel like that would be, like, the dub of an AI, you know, is it being sentient. And I'd say that is, like, emotion. the ability to conceive of its own end in like a proper way, more than just don't die. Like a proper capability of understanding if it is or isn't alive. I'd say that's the baseline. I'd say emotion is like the next thing after. I'd say it could be considered sentient if it can actually consider that it is alive, that it's thinking right now. Like, chemically, emotion is neurons firing and hormones releasing, right? It is, but I don't know, like, our brains are just big blobs of, like, electrical pulses buzzing around up there, right? Like, I feel like you could replicate that in a computer. So... Well, no, because there's that new Hyundai, which turns its wheels sideways to fit into parking spaces easily. Several hundred steps forward for mankind. Shit, yeah. Actually, the AI apocalypse is already upon us. Now I think about it. Like, I don't know. Unless there's, like, concrete proof that there is a soul that is revealed any time in the near future... Our brains are just a bunch of, like, electrical... buzzing around up there. And I think that's replicable. I just don't think we're close to replicating it yet. That's what I'm saying. It depends on definition. Aliens might have a completely different way of feeling and living. Would they be sentient? That's true. That's a fair point. But again, I feel like part of sentience is, like, understanding that you're alive. And I feel like that's not far-fetched even to a life form entirely separate from what we are. Is comprehending that you exist in the here and now. I just think some walls are probably a lot higher than we imagine. I feel like making... Like, we've made AI, and I feel like as AI advances, it will be usable. Hard to prove, though. Like, I've asked several slugs if they're alive, and they all ghost me. I mean, yeah, that's fair. But, I don't know, I feel like it's, Wait a minute, Kite. If they're ghosting you, then they're clearly not alive? Because ghosts are dead? Silly. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I don't know. I just... feel like although AI stands to do a lot of advancing over my lifetime, I don't think it's going to end at a part where it can, like, properly... where it's properly sentient. I think there'll be a few stone throws off that yet. Salt will wake them right up. Will it? It'll wake them right up. In slug hell? Your way of thinking is actually so impressive. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or a backhanded compliment. Like, how am I meant to take that? I feel like that should be a review of the channel. Your way of thinking is actually so impressive. Whichever way makes you feel better, I guess. Yeah, no, That's like the new review of my channel. The new, like, one-sentence elevator pitch for the CahirLIVE YouTube channel. His way of thinking is actually so impressive. And I'm guessing that wasn't to do with, my opinions on AI. I'm guessing that was to do with the slug ghost comment. Kidding, it was a real compliment. Maybe it wasn't the slug ghost comment then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got nothing. I feel like I know a few people who would have said the same thing, though. But that probably says more about them. Well, as much about them as it does about me, honestly. Alright. Again, I'm still really worried that I'm going to look at that spider glass and it's not going to be there anymore. Like, this is a gut feeling I have that I'm just going to look in the spider glass and it's going to be gone. One day, I want to do that prank where you get like a paper cup and put like a note on it and it's like, do not lift this up, spider in it, but then like rip a hole in the side of the cup facing outwards as if it's like ripped its way out. I should get an office job just to do that. Just to rip a hole in a paper cup. What a mean trick. It's a funny trick. Oh wait. I had an idea for an epic prank the other day. So basically, I think it'd be funny to just walk into a barbershop just as someone's like paying to leave. Take one look at them, like look at their hair, give them like one look and then walk out. Just walk in, look at their hair, give them a long look in the eyes and just turn around and leave. And then just rinse and repeat, like, all day. I'd say not to the same barbershop, otherwise they'll probably catch what you're doing. Look, I'm here to shred people's self-esteem, not take business away. I wonder what percentage of people are, like, happy with their haircuts, though. Because I feel like a lot of people get their shit fucked up every time they go to the hair salon. And it's only after, like, their hair grows out a bit again that they're happy with it. You'd have to leave early. You can't deal with that. You can try it, though. I mean, if you're willing to ruin your relationship with, like, everyone you work with, feel free. You always hate it for 12 hours, then you're good. That's fair. I've not got my hair cut in a while, so I can't relate to this feeling. Like, you're pretty happy with your hair, but you do pay like 30 quid. That's fair. I recently learned that the place that I used to get my hair cut when I was younger and didn't have really long hair shut, which is a shame. Like, it's always sad to hear, like, a place where you kind of went all the time is just, like, gone, you know? like, the, hairdresser there always called me big boy. Made me feel powerful. Cahir Rapunzel arc. Kite, I don't think you've known me in a time when I wasn't in the Rapunzel arc. I don't think I've had, like, a proper haircut since I met you. What? I never even thought of it like that. That's whack. I've, like, had trims and shit to, like, help with split ends and stuff. I need a new trim, to be fair. Like, my hair isn't in the best condition at the moment. But your aunt opened a hairdresser's a 2-minute walk away from your house, so, like, why not? Oh, that's useful. Do you get, like, family discounts? We need to get you dripped up. I am dripped up. My hair's great. I remember a few months ago I went to visit some family friends, and Dad's been growing out a beard, so we had a very funny interaction where I walked up to them, greeted them like, hello, 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 and one of them was like, oh, Cahir, I love your hair, and he kind of like kind of touched it, and he like kind of like picked it up and like, this is really nice, and then he took one look at my dad and was like, don't like that, don't like that. Which I found very amusing. Yeah, very convenient. Just knowing you have to speak to her every time. Oh, that's a fair point. You're kind of like obligated to. But fall asleep. Just fall asleep halfway through. Or pretend to. Close your eyes. And like keep a vague eye on it. And then if she starts to fuck your shit up, just like jolt awake and be like, stop! You know? Right. You drive an hour back to where your parents live to get yours done. You're pretty particular about how it's done, which is why you've not had your haircut where you live now. Ah, understandable. I mean, hair's like one of those like basic human thing. Like hairstyle is like become one of those like basic like human driving things like a lot of people care about, you know? Like, I feel like a very, like, universal experience of things people are invested in is hair and shoes. Geez, you pay, like, £30 for a haircut and then, like, £40 for the fuel to and from. Guess as long as it's quality, innit? Basically, if it's done wrong, it looks like shit until you get it done again. That's fair. I mean, yeah, honestly, like, the thought was entirely inspired by, well, isn't, like, my hair salon fucking up people's self-esteem thought was, like, entirely inspired by, like, the whole bit where, like, people were like, oh, about to get my hair done, and then they posted a picture of themselves with their shit fucked up, just, like, with, like, a shell-shocked expression on their face. And that's good comedy, because I can't relate to it, because I've not had my hair cut in years. I used to be able to relate to it, to be fair. Fuck it, we should bring back the mullet. If you grow a mullet, Kite, I'll grow one with you. And I don't need to grow one. Although, to be fair, maybe I should be careful with, like... Not a mullet isn't that bad. I don't know, I was just thinking, basically, like, once, my uncle made like, a huge mistake. He decided he'd get a demi-perm, yeah? But they fucked it up, and they, like, burnt his scalp. And he started balding very soon after that. And he was, like, in his 20s. Yeah, but you can fit in a visit to your parents as well. So it's not a complete waste. Oh, yeah, that's fair. 2 birds in a bush or something. Not sure that's the same. The grimacing emoticon. Yeah, more or less. That's why I got my hair long now, so I can make the most of it. Although sometimes I get tempted to rock the Greg Steven Universe look. It wouldn't be a good look. I shouldn't do the Greg Steven Universe look. Danushi, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. We're shiny hunting for Minccino today, but, Minccino. I don't get it. Alright. We'll get to 2,330, and then I'll end, I think. You have school tomorrow? Arthur, are you starting, or have you already started your term? Seems like a lot of people are echoing the is going to school sentiment. Which I guess makes sense, it's September. I don't know why I'm shocked by this. Kind of expectable, innit? If only we were back in the meme age of Star Wars, Nowadays, if you even mention Star Wars, your replies get filled with people arguing about it. But then again, I feel like that's the case with most things these days. Alright. Nowadays, Star Wars is the meme, am I right? Ha 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 ha. Good one. I would give you Reddit gold if I could. Aren't they removing awards on Reddit? I think I heard somewhere they might be doing that, which is... I feel like there's no way in hell they're removing rewards in its entirety, but... Maybe like the free ones? They are? They are. Are they actually getting rid of Reddit Gold? I think so. That's whack. That surprises me, honestly. Like, isn't that like one of the main ways they get income? People even still use Reddit after the owners were money hungry? Yeah, no. A lot of people still do. Which is... I mean, that's why I was talking about a new social media earlier. Because I feel like there's got to be one that should rise up at some point, but... I guess the thing is we just gotta wait until that happens, right? Quote, it's become clear that awards and coins as they exist today need to be rethought and the existing system sunsetted. Rewarding content and contribution as well as something golden will still be a core part of Reddit. We'll share more in the coming months as to what this future looks like. Interesting. So they are just getting rid of Reddit Gold, but they're replacing it with something else. So we gotta hope that you can still say, thank you for the gold, kind stranger. Hehehe. Thank you for the gold. Thank you for all the updates, kind sir. Yes, sir, on the internet for today. Yeah, but all companies will get corrupted by the shinies at some point. I mean, yeah, but that's why you want to hope for new social media. Because new social media has that grace period where the creators actually care about it before they sell it for money, you know? I'm upset. Yeah, no, it's a real shame that they're getting rid of it, isn't it? Wow, 23 updates! Thank you, guys! Oh, jolly good show! It's the voice I read it in, you know? Alright. That is 3:30, which I think is going to be where I end things for the night. Almost 300 encounters. You know what? No, let's... You sound like the guy from Regular Show. Honestly, I was channeling Pops. I'll be honest. Looking at the time, I think I will go another 10 encounters. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Do not leave. I'm gonna go another 10. That's... Oh, bringing up all the wrong tabs. I don't know, I just looked at the time and realized that I might as well. You know? Gotta leave that spider in its prison for longer, although it might escape. But yeah, after stream's over, I'll have to take it downstairs and feed it to my dad. You know how it is. Fucking what? Yeah, no, we'll go for another 10, it's fine. No, we don't know how it is, what do you mean? Big man needs the protein. Rob gets it. Rob gets it. Exactly. Sounding like a bunch of fucking spider eaters. Now I think about it. Kite, don't we have like an hour-long car ride together in the near future? Maybe I should save our friend. Alright, maybe. I mean, we probably have, but we don't know we've eaten them. No, I feel like that's just Spider's Gorg skewing the data. And my dad, of course. Although then again, I've never seen Spider's Gorg and my dad in the same room. Good luck, Kite. Luck won't help him, Rob. Alright. 5 more. But yeah, getting like 300 encounters a stream done is decently solid. I don't know, I wonder if maybe one day I should just kind of grind the hunt out, you know? Not like to the end, obviously. But like most of my streams end up being about 3 hours, and I wonder if maybe I should do a longer stream to get more encounters done during a stream or something. I'm just aware that I don't think YouTube likes longer streams. The general YouTube meta is about 2.5 to 3 hours, I've noticed. So I tend to try to keep it about that long. Anyway. Just do a Constantine in that movie. Catches a spider, gets a cigarette, and blows smoke in the glass. Maybe. I mean, have you guys seen those videos where people, like, put gasoline in a glass and put that over a wasp's nest, and it kills all of the wasps? Like, that's like a crazy thing I've seen. It's so cool. I'm happy I've not had to deal with any wasp's nests, but if I do, I now know what to do. Like, it basically just gasses them out. I think wasps are like a lot of other like insects, where they don't actually breathe normally. They just kind of like take air into themselves. So if you like put not oxygen near them, they don't bode well. Anyway, that was the last encounter actually. You were telling your friends about this the other day, and they looked at you like you were crazy. No, yeah, it just gasses them out, doesn't it? Because like they don't have lungs. They don't breathe like a mammal or any vertebrate really. Or are we invertebrates? No, vertebrates, vertebrae, so I think it's vertebrate. Helium, and make them float into the atmosphere. I mean, they can already do that. But their wings. That's like already an ability they have. I'm not sure if that would help. Then it'll be faster. That's a... Exactly! You'll make them faster! Is that what you want? Faster wasps? Horrible. They can hover around your wooden door quicker. They'll sound really funny, though. They'll sound like mosquitoes. Well, in One Direction, yeah, I hate those guys. Don't want to make wasps into One Direction. That sounds like a horrible, horrible idea. But yeah, I'm going to sign off for now. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with some Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. We're doing a red-only Nuzlocke. We'll be collecting Cosplay Pikachu, unless tragedy strikes first. So be sure to stay tuned for that, because that'll be very cool. But yeah, I hope you've all had a great time. I certainly have. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Goodbye, and good night. Alright, now they're all gone, I'm going to eat that spider.